Good morning from Merida, Mexico. I'm still here and I'm still loving it. I've had this unique opportunity to sort of insert myself into Pia's life, which is great. I don't really have to make a lot of decisions. She's just welcomed me and I'm tagging along. And I'm loving the pace and the ease, the beautiful weather, the interesting people. And hey, I even got to play pickleball. I'm not sure I've shared this story. I don't think I did. When I was in Mexico City, I Googled pickleball in Merida and I found a Facebook group and I exchanged messages with this gentleman. And on Monday, I was here the first days by myself. Pia hadn't arrived yet. I was feeling a little bit low and I said, "Oh, I think I need to move my body." So I dug up the guy's name. I messaged him on WhatsApp and he offered to pick me up. A perfect stranger came and picked me up and took me to play pickleball last week. I had the best time. And it was not only exactly what I needed, it was a reminder of how beautiful it is to open yourself up to new people and new experiences. Who is this stranger that offers to pick me up? He knows nothing about me. He brings me, he introduces me, he drives me home, and I learn all about his family. He's an author, he's Canadian, he's married to a Cuban woman, he's been to Cuba over 100 times. We just had a beautiful conversation. It was a reminder of what it means to extend your friendship, to include people, and to go out of your way. I doubt he'll ever hear it, but Brian Kerr, thank you. I appreciate you. Anyway, on to today. It's Wednesday, and Wednesdays are for questions. One of the things we talked about at MEA was that questions can take you towards your head or your heart. And it's not a value judgment. They're both valuable. They serve different purposes. And I personally love both. And I would hope that on Wednesdays, some will be more heart-centered and some may be questions that we think about more from an analytical place. Before I offer today's questions, I want to share a quote that I found in the MEA literature, and it's this: "We live in the world our questions create." Let me say that again. We live in the world our questions create. I think this perfectly summarizes why I love questions. They bring us into our heart space. They reorient our trajectory in life. They stimulate our subconscious. I love questions. So here's today's question. What are you pretending not to know? Let me say that again. What are you pretending not to know? It's funny because I think that's a question we can all relate to. Sometimes it can be so difficult to trust what we know or to admit what we know. Sometimes it's scary. It can be unfathomable. I can barely say that word. It can be unfathomable. I think we all have those moments when there were things that we were afraid to admit. Sometimes our intuition, or perhaps better said, our knowingness, can be scary. It can really be scary. It can take time to face things. Trust me, I know. I've been there many times. I can clearly remember today the very moment I admitted to myself that I knew my marriage wasn't going to make it. I pushed that under the rug, and it was another 5 years before I faced it, before I actually addressed it. So let me end today with the question again. What are you pretending not to know? That's all for now. Until next time, from my heart to yours.